And Gurdeep Sappal, once again in true Congress style, your party has gone and scored the most epic self-goal. This is the one state where a few months ago the Congress was very comfortably placed and you were in pole position to win once again. The Akalis and the BJP had split, AAP was on the margins. Suddenly it's the Congress which is imploding.
Well, Rahul, this is your assessment that there is an implosion, but that's not a fact.
So both your main leaders held a big show of strength yesterday where they called MLAs and ministers that they could round up. This is not my understanding. It's playing itself out in the public eye.
Words are very strong. You know, they can convey a meaning. If I use the word aspiration instead of dissent, there's an entirely different story. Aspirations in politics is legitimate. There's no dissent. There's no demand that the Chief Minister should go. Captain Amrinder Singh is a senior leader. He's a towering leader of Punjab. He is the Chief Minister. And Mr. Navjot Singh Sidhu has some aspirations. And the party is doing its own work, trying to understand the entire thing. And Congress President will soon take a decision. That decision will be before everybody. There's no implosion happening here. You see, and Rajiv said that 5 months. 5 months is not a big period in politics. If you want to see what a simmering issue is, just see at Karnataka. Karnataka and MLC said that the Chief Minister's son was involved in a scam of 21,473 crore rupees. The minister goes to government.
So we'll come to Karnataka.
No,
we've dealt with Karnataka at great length on this channel, in this particular show,
Rahul,
and elsewhere. Just hold that. Hold that thought. Yes, the Karnataka BJP is a mess. And that's a royal spectacular mess. We've been dealing with it, but don't derail this conversation. Raghav Chadda, tell me honestly, how many boxes of laddu are you sending to Congress leaders for this fight that is making the AAP's task easier? And how do you think this battle will end? Are you really relishing what's happening and saying, okay, good, this makes my life easier?
Look, Rahul, from a political standpoint, since we are the principal challengers to Congress, we are the principal opposition by the sheer number of members of Legislative Assembly that we have. Yes, I would be, extremely pleased with the, very effective self-destruction mode that the Congress party is in. However, as somebody who comes from the state, as somebody who is a Punjabi at heart, I feel, very disappointed that the ruling party and the ruling dispensation of Punjab is in shambles, as a result of which governance in the state has suffered. Now, anyone who understands Punjab politics or the governance of Punjab will tell you that for the last 4 years, Captain Amrinder Singh's government did absolutely nothing. It was perhaps the most nikammi sarkar of all times that one has seen in the state of Punjab. However, as one thought, one was, as somebody who's been in politics, we often see governments perform in the last 1 year in the run-up to the elections. So one was hoping that at least in the last 1 year, they will do some welfare for the state of Punjab. But even in this last 1 year, what we are seeing is fight among 8 leaders. You may be mentioning only 2 people, Sidhu and Captain Saab. There are actually 8 chief ministerial aspirants at the highest level of the Congress party in the state of Punjab who are fighting among themselves. This fight is not for the insaf of Beadbi. This fight is not for, bringing back the farmer's pride or restoring the Punjab pride, etc. This fight is simply as to who becomes the next chief ministerial candidate.
Okay, Ramesh Vinayak,